Why would Christians worship someone who was brutally executed on a cross 2,000 years ago? Why would God need to kill someone to forgive? Let's be honest, that's a serious question, and the Bible doesn't avoid it. It answers it head on. To understand why Jesus had to die, we first have to understand the truth about God, about sin, and about justice. We all long for justice. When people do evil, abuse children, commit genocide, betray friends, something inside us knows they deserve to be punished. But where do we get that sense of justice? Deuteronomy 32:4 says, "The rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are just, a God of faithfulness and without injustice. Righteous and upright is he." God is the standard of perfect justice. He never does wrong. He never overlooks evil. That's good because it means evil doesn't win in the end. But it also raises a terrifying problem. And the problem is, we're all guilty. God doesn't just judge the really bad people. His standard is holiness, absolute moral perfection. Romans 3:10-12 says, "There is none righteous, not even one. All have turned aside. There is none who does good. There is not even one." So no one meets God's standard, not even the best people. We've all lied, envied, hated, lusted, and chosen our own way over God's. James 2:10 says, "Whoever keeps the whole law and yet stumbles in one point, he has become guilty of all." So even one sin makes us lawbreakers. God doesn't grade on a curve. His justice is pure and absolute. And the verdict? Romans 6:23 says, "For the wages of sin is death." Sin earns death, not just physical death, but spiritual death, eternal separation from God. God's love and God's justice collide at the cross. This is the heart of Christianity. God is not only just, he is also love. 1 John 4:8-10 says, "God is love. By this the love of God was manifested in us, that God has sent his only begotten Son into the world so that we might live through him, to be the propitiation for our sins." Propitiation means a sacrifice that satisfies justice. Jesus absorbed the penalty for our sins so that we could live. Romans 3:25-26 says, "God displayed Christ publicly as a propitiation in his blood through faith, so that he would be just and the justifier of the one who has faith in Jesus." The cross shows that God did not ignore sin. He punished it fully, but he took the punishment on himself. That's how he remains perfectly just and perfectly loving.